Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Today we will discuss derivative of a composite function. Derivative of a composite function. Before to discuss the derivative of a composite function, first of all we will briefly revise that what is a composite function. In chapter number 1 we discussed composite functions. For example, we have
Recording in
let's say
progress.
two functions. F, you see that f is a function from x to y and g is a function from y to z. So you clearly see that let's say f is onto function. So codomain will be equal to range. So you see that the range of f is actually the domain of g. So whenever the domain of one function is the range of the other function, or the range of one function is the domain of the other function, and so you can make a single function from these two, which is called the composite function. When you make a composite function from g and f, so there will be g circle f, and there will be a function from x to z defined by g of f of x. There will be a definition. You clearly see that this composite function initially takes a value x, which that x will actually from the domain of f. So in domain of g we have f of x. So whenever there is a another function in the domain of one function, then that function is called composite function. So now that is the definition that we discussed in chapter number 1. So that is a composite function. Okay, now if we take some examples of the composite function, let's say if I take a function f(x) is equal to x square. So let's say f of x is equal to square root of x cube. That is a single function. You can convert this single function into the composition of two functions. For example, if I write h of x equal to square root x and g of x equal to x cube. Now, if I take the composition of h circle g, so that will be equal to, by definition, h of g of x. In here, in place of g of x, I will replace x cube, and then I will use the definition of h. H of x is actually equal to the square root of x. So if there is x, so how you can calculate the range value when you substitute independent variable in this function h? You need to take the square root of that value. So here we have x cube. So by the definition, if you need to calculate the range value for x cube of a function h, you need to take the square root of x cube by this definition. So this will be equal to square root of x cube, and you see that the square root of x cube is actually a function f of x, that is f of x. So you clearly see that a single function, that is, you can say that is a composite function, because actually this make from the composition of two function h and g. अगर आप h और g का कंपोजिशन ले लें तो इसके साथ इससे आपके पास आ रहा है f of x, तो इसको आप कंपोजिट फंक्शन कह सकते हैं. कंपोजिट फंक्शन वो फंक्शन होता है जिसके डोमेन में दूसरा फंक्शन मौजूद हो, सो वो कहलाता है कंपोजिट फंक्शन. आई एम टेकिंग अनदर एग्जांपल फॉर द कंपोजिट फंक्शन. लेट्स से वी हैव अ फंक्शन f(x) is equal to ln of 2x plus 1. That is a logarithmic function. Okay, so you can also convert that into the composition of two functions. Okay, that is a composite function. How that is a composite function? Actually it is the composition of two functions. So ये जिन दो functions की composition से बना है, वो दोनों functions हमारे पास कौन से होंगे? Let's say g of x is equal to 2x plus 1, that is a linear function, and h of x is equal to ln of x. So when you take the composition of H and G, H circle G, so you get H of G of x. So that is H G of x is actually 2x plus 1. And what is the definition of H? When you need to calculate the range of the function H, so the definition says that the value which you put in the domain, you need to take the ln of that value. So from this ln of x you will calculate the range of H. So to calculate the range for 2x plus 1, you need to take the ln of 2x plus 1. So that is X circle G, means that is the composition of H and G. So you clearly see that this ln of 2x plus 1 is nothing but that is f of x. So that is a composite function. That is a composite function. That is a composite function. So you see that when the domain of one function is actually the range of other function, so then such type of functions are called composite function. In this video lecture we will actually interested to find out the derivatives of the composite function. For example, if I consider another function, let's say in general, let's say f is a function which is dependent on u, and that is equal to let's say u square plus 1, and u is dependent on x, and let's say that is equal to 2x. So you see that f is actually dependent on u, and u is actually a function of x. So this is a composite function. This f of u is a composite function, and you see that if you want to differentiate this function with respect to x, so although this function is not dependent on x directly, but you can differentiate it with respect to u, because u with respect to x, because u is dependent on x. अब अगर इसका आप डिफरेंशिएशन फाइंड करना चाहते हैं df by dx, so how you can find out this derivative? You see that the function f is dependent on u, and we already discussed that the differentiation will be carried out with respect to independent variable of the given function. So in this case, x is not the independent variable, u is the independent variable, but u is actually a function which is dependent on x. So this function is not directly dependent on x, but indirectly it is dependent on x because u depends on x. So whenever you need to differentiate the composite function, mean this u is another function which is in the domain of f. So we will use a rule of differentiation which is called chain rule. Chain rule. That is the rule which is used for the differentiation of the composite function. Okay. So now, how you can differentiate this f with respect to u with respect to x? First, you will differentiate f with respect to u, क्योंकि यहाँ पे इंडिपेंडेंट वेरिएबल आपका u है, इसको आप डिफरेंशिएट कर सकते हैं, फिर मल्टीप्लाइड बाय u आपका डिफरेंशिएट होगा विद रिस्पेक्ट टू x, और u को भी आप x से डिफरेंशिएट कर सकते हैं. तो यहाँ से आप देख सकते हैं कि du और du आपस में कैंसिल भी हो सकता है, तो आपको df by dx मिलेगा. लेकिन ये याद रख लें कि जब भी आप किसी फंक्शन को डिफरेंशिएट करते हैं तो फंक्शन की डिफरेंशिएशन विद रिस्पेक्ट टू इंडिपेंडेंट वेरिएबल हम लेते हैं. तो यहाँ पे द फंक्शन इज डिपेंडेंट ऑन यू and you are differentiating that with respect to x. So first of all you will differentiate the given function with respect to u and then differentiate u with respect to x. So this procedure is called chain rule of differentiation. So whenever we have a composite function and we need to find out the derivative of the composite function, so we will use the chain rule. आपके पास फंक्शन है u के ऊपर डिपेंड कर रहा है और इसका आप डेरिवेटिव फाइंड करना चाहते हैं विद रिस्पेक्ट टू x. सो यू क्लियरली सी दैट दिस x is not the direct independent variable of the function. Although u is dependent on x, so it means that indirectly f is dependent on x, you can do the differentiation. But first of all, you need to perform the differentiation of f with respect to u and then u with respect to x. So that is called chain rule. So now if I find out df by du, so that will be d by du u square plus 1. So यहाँ पे हम क्या यूज करेंगे? We will use the sum rule. This derivative will apply on u square and then this derivative will apply on 1. So that will be equal to d by du of u square plus d by du of 1. Here we will use the power rule. 2 will be written in the coefficient of u. You need to subtract 1 from 2. So you will get 2u and then the derivative of u with respect to u. So the derivative of u with respect to u equal to 1. So according to the power rule, the derivative of u with u square with respect to u will be equal to 2u and the derivative of a constant is always 0, that we discussed in previous lecture. So from the derivative of u square plus 1 you get 2u. Similarly, we will differentiate x with respect to u with respect to x to find out this du by dx. So d by dx of u will be equal to 2. यहाँ पे हम क्या यूज करेंगे? We will use the constant multiple rule. 2 आगे आ जाएगा, x का डेरिवेटिव विद रिस्पेक्ट टू x हमारे पास 1 के बराबर होता है, तो यहाँ 2 multiplied by 1 you will get 2. So by chain rule, the derivative of this function, the derivative of the given function df with respect to dx, that is equal to 2u multiplied by 2. So that is equal to 4u. If you want to convert it into the form of x, so that will be 4u means 2x. You see that u is equal to 2x. So from here you will get 8x. So that is the composite function differentiation. And whenever the function is composite, the rule for differentiation used is called chain rule, and that is the chain rule. Okay, I am considering another example. For example, we have another function, let's say f of u equal to u square minus 1, let's say, and we have another function u is dependent on v and it is defined in the form, let's say, v plus 1 and v is dependent on x and v is dependent on x, and let's say its definition is square root x. Okay, now the question is, you see that f of u is a composite function because in the domain of it we have another function u. This u of u is also a composite function because in domain of u we have v. V is another function. It depends on x. So f of u and u of v, both these are the compositions. Both these are the composite functions. So for example, the question is, you need to find out the derivative of f with respect to x. So we already know that whenever you perform the differentiation of a given function, you must need to take the derivative with respect to independent variable of the function. So here you are finding the derivative of f with respect to x, but when you see to the function f is not dependent on x directly. F is dependent on u and u is dependent on v and v is dependent on x. So how you can perform the derivative of f with respect to u? So first of all, with respect to x, first of all you will perform the derivative of f with respect to u multiplied by the derivative of u with respect to v because u is dependent on v, and then the derivative of v with respect to x. So this is called chain rule. That is the chain rule for the differentiation of the given composite function f of u. This is the chain rule. मैं फिर ये बात एक्सप्लेन करवा देता हूँ. जब आपके पास एक फंक्शन होता है, so you know from chapter number 1 कि फंक्शन में हमारे पास जो डोमेन की वैल्यू होती है, जिन वैल्यूज को, जिन वेरिएबल्स को हम डोमेन की वैल्यूज असाइन करते हैं, वो कहलाता है इंडिपेंडेंट वेरिएबल। तो फंक्शन में हमेशा एक डिपेंडेंट होता है, एक इंडिपेंडेंट वेरिएबल होता है। जब भी हमारे पास कोई फंक्शन आप ले रहे हैं y इक्वल टू f ऑफ x, इसको अगर आप डिफरेंशिएट करेंगे, सो यू कैन ओनली डिफरेंशिएट दैट विद रिस्पेक्ट टू x। अगर आप इसको किसी और वेरिएबल की लिहाज से डिफरेंशिएट करेंगे, लेट्स से the function is dependent on x and you are differentiating that with respect to t, so this function will be considered as a constant function and this derivative will be equal to 0. The function is dependent on x and you are differentiating that with respect to t, so this f of x will be considered as a constant, and you know with respect to variable t, because it is dependent on x, and you know that whenever you need to find out the derivative of a constant function you will get 0. So that's why the derivative of the function f of x with respect to t will be equal to 0. But in this case, if you see here, now the function is dependent on u and you are differentiating that with respect to x, तो इसका ये मतलब नहीं होगा कि यहाँ पे ये डेरिवेटिव हमारे पास 0 के बराबर आएगा। असल में आपका फंक्शन कंपोजिट फंक्शन है, वो डायरेक्टली x के ऊपर डिपेंड नहीं कर रहा, लेकिन इनडायरेक्टली वो x पर डिपेंड कर रहा है, बिकॉज if it's dependent on u is dependent on v and v is dependent on x. So you see that directly it is not dependent on x, but indirectly it depends on x. So in this case this df by dx will not equal to be 0. ये हमारे पास 0 के बराबर नहीं होगा। यहाँ पे हम इसका डिफरेंशिएशन फाइंड करेंगे, that will be by chain rule. Okay, so first of all you will differentiate f with respect to u because f is dependent on u. Then you need to differentiate u with respect to v because you see that u is dependent on v, and then you need to differentiate v with respect to x, and there is a product in between. बीच में आपके पास प्रोडक्ट होगा। तो ये आप देख लें, f का डेरिवेटिव विद रिस्पेक्ट टू u, f का डेरिवेटिव हमारे पास विद रिस्पेक्ट टू u क्या होगा? So clear, we will use the difference rule. The derivative of u square with respect to u and the derivative of 1 with respect to u. So the derivative of u square with respect to u will be equal to 2u. We will use the power rule. And the derivative of the constant 1 is 0. So 2u minus 0 you will get 2u. So that is the df by du. Then multiplied by dv by du. Sorry, du by dv, because u is dependent on v. So here we will use the sum rule, and the sum rule is the derivative d by dv will apply on v, and then the derivative will apply on 1. Okay, so the derivative of v with respect to v, derivative of v with respect to v will be equal to 1. We discussed that in the previous video lecture. Whenever you differentiate a linear function y equal to x with respect to x, you will always get 1. We proved that by first principle rule. So here dv by dv will be equal to 1, and the derivative of 1 with respect to v you will get 0. So the du by dv will be equal to 1. Then you need to take the derivative of v with respect to x. So actually, if you see to the function v is actually equal to square root x. Square root x means x power 1 by 2. So if you find out the derivative of v with respect to x, you need to use the power rule. 1 by 2 आगे आ जाएगा, 1 by 2 से हम 1 सब्ट्रैक्ट करेंगे और इनर का डेरिवेटिव इस केस में 1 के बराबर होगा। So ये हमारे पास स्क्वायर रूट x की डेरिवेटिव हो जाएगी, जो हमारे पास बराबर होगी 1 divided by 2 times square root x, because x power 1 by 2 minus 1 से हमारे पास x पावर minus 1 by 2 आएगा, और वो x पावर 1 by minus 1 by 2 अगर नीचे आप लेके आए तो वो आपके पास होगा x पावर plus 1 by 2, and x power plus 1 by 2 means square root of x. So that is the derivative of v with respect to x. So यहाँ आप पुट कर ले 1 divided by 2 times square root x. Now if you want to change u in a variable x, so ये बड़े आसानी से आप कर सकते हैं, क्योंकि हमारे पास u की जगह पे आप पुट कर ले b + 1, so ये आपके पास यहाँ पे होगा 2 times b + 1 और यहाँ ये होगा 2 डिवाइड बाय स्क्वायर रूट x और फिर आपके पास v और 2 और v की जगह पे क्या होगा, v की जगह पे हमारे पास होगा स्क्वायर रूट, so that is square root plus 1 and that is 1 divided by 2 times square root x. So that is the required derivative of this composite function. So this is called chain rule. If you consider another example, for example we have another, let's say we consider for example f of x equal to x square minus 1 whole cube, and you need to find out the derivative of this function. The question is you need to find out f dash of x. So you can use the generalized power rule. एक तरीका तो ये है कि इसमें आप generalized power rule यूज करेंगे. अगर हम generalized power rule यूज करेंगे, आप देख लें generalized power rule. जनरलाइज्ड पावर रूल, तो जनरलाइज्ड पावर रूल में आपके पास f डैश ऑफ x होगा, 2 आगे आ जाएगा, सॉरी दैट इज 3, सो 3 आपके पास आगे आ जाएगा, पावर जो होता है वो आगे चला जाता है, पावर से आप 1 को सब्ट्रैक्ट करेंगे, सो 3 - 1 से 2 आ जाएगा और फिर इनर का डेरिवेटिव, तो x स्क्वायर माइनस 1 के ऊपर हम डिफरेंस रूल अप्लाई करेंगे, x स्क्वायर का डेरिवेटिव 2x होता है और 1 का डेरिवेटिव हमारे पास 0, तो इससे आ जाएगा 2x. सो इसका डेरिवेटिव आप इसी तरीके से भी फाइंड कर सकते हैं बाय जनरलाइज्ड पावर रूल. लेकिन अगर आपको ये कहा जाए कि यूज द चेन रूल, अगर आपसे क्वेश्चन ये किया जाए कि आप चेन रूल यूज करें और इसका डेरिवेटिव फाइंड करें, सो चेन रूल से इसका डेरिवेटिव आप कैसे फाइंड करेंगे? First of all, you need to convert the given function into the composite function. Then you will use the chain rule. So composite function, इस function को that is a composite function, लेकिन किन दो function की composition से ये बना है, तो वो दोनों functions पहले आपने find out करने हैं. So let's say अगर इस function को मैं इसी तरह लिख सकता हूँ, you clearly see that for example if I write g of x equal to x square minus 1 and h of x equal to x cube. Now take the composition of h and g. So that will be equal to, that is h of g of x. Now you know that g of x is x square minus 1. Okay, now what is the definition of h? Clearly see that the range values in case of the function h will be calculated by using the definition which is x cube. जो वैल्यू आप यहाँ पुट करोगे रेंज की वैल्यू कैलकुलेट करने के लिए उसका क्यूब आपने लेना है. तो यहाँ अगर आप देख लें h में के डोमेन में अगर x स्क्वायर माइनस 1 है और x स्क्वायर माइनस 1 में अगर आपको रेंज वैल्यू चाहिए फंक्शन h की, सो इस डिफिनीशन के मुताबिक वो होगी x स्क्वायर माइनस 1 होल क्यूब. सो यू सी दैट इज नथिंग बट दैट इज f of x. सो यू कैन कन्वर्ट the given function into the composition of two functions. So यहाँ पे आपके पास अगर chain rule में आपने इसको find out करना है, तो actually if you are finding the derivative of f with respect to x by chain rule, so वो हमारे पास क्या होगा, इसको थोड़ा सा आप देख लें, इसको आपने इस फॉर्म में कन्वर्ट करना है, वो आपके पास हो जाएगा, let's say that is equal to g of u is equal to u cube and u of x is equal to x square minus 1. So if you want to find out the derivative of g with respect to x, so first of all you need to differentiate g with respect to u and then u with respect to x, because you clearly see that the function g is dependent on u and u is dependent on x. That is the composition of this function f of x is equal to x square minus 1 whole cube. तो इसको आप इस फॉर्म में भी कन्वर्ट कर सकते हैं, आप इसको इस फॉर्म में भी कन्वर्ट कर सकते हैं। आप देख सकते हैं कि g of u equal to u cube, u of x is equal to x square minus 1. So that is actually these two composite function actually gives you this. ये देखिए ना, u की जगह पे आप x square minus 1 पुट कर ले तो यहाँ x square minus 1 होगा, यहाँ पे x square minus 1 whole cube. तो x square minus 1 whole cube आपके पास f of x है। तो ये मैंने आपके पास, अगर इसको चेन रूल से आपने डिफरेंशिएट करना है तो इस फंक्शन को आपने कंपोजिट में लेके जाना है। कंपोजिट फंक्शन वो होता है जिसके डोमेन में कोई दूसरा फंक्शन मौजूद हो। तो यहाँ आप देख सकते हैं कि g के डोमेन में हमारे पास एक फंक्शन u मौजूद है। तो अगर आप g को डिफरेंशिएट करेंगे विद रिस्पेक्ट टू x, so first of all you need to differentiate g with respect to x, that is u. You need to differentiate g with respect to u and u with respect to x. So ये आपके पास हो जाएगा, g का डेरिवेटिव विद रिस्पेक्ट टू u हमारे पास होगा 3u स्क्वायर बाय पावर रूल, और x का डेरिवेटिव, u का डेरिवेटिव विद रिस्पेक्ट टू x वो आपके पास होगा 2x. सो आप देख सकते हैं कि कितनी आसानी से आप डेरिवेटिव फाइंड कर सकते हैं। यहाँ पे थोड़ा कॉम्प्लिकेटेड है क्योंकि आप यहाँ पावर रूल भी यूज कर रहे हैं, और पावर रूल के बाद आपका इनर फंक्शन है, तो इनर फंक्शन कुछ भी हो सकता है। इनर फंक्शन यहाँ पे आप डिफरेंस के फॉर्म में है, और डिफरेंस में एक टर्म में पावर रूल यूज होगा, दूसरा में कांस्टेंट रूल यूज होगा। तो यहाँ पे एक स्टेप के अंदर आप 2-3 रूल यूज कर रहे हैं। सो दैट इज अ कॉम्प्लिकेटेड, आप फाइंड कर सकते हैं बाय जनरलाइज पावर रूल के मुताबिक डेरिवेटिव। लेकिन अगर इसी फंक्शन को आप इस फॉर्म में कन्वर्ट कर लें, g of u, that is now a composite function, u is another function which is in the domain of g. So अगर इस g को आप डिफरेंशिएट करेंगे with respect to x, तो आपने पहले g को with respect to u और u को with respect to x, तो यहाँ से कितनी आसानी से आपको डेरिवेटिव मिल जाता है। Just if you are interested to convert your answer in a variable x, so just replace u by x square minus 1, u को x square minus 1 से रिप्लेस कर ले तो आपको अपना आंसर मिल जाएगा। सो यहाँ चेन रूल यूज करने का मतलब यही है कि आपके पास जो सिंप्लीफिकेशन है वो आसान हो जाए। सो दैट इज ऑल अबाउट द चेन रूल। ओके, इफ एनीवन हैव अ क्वेश्चन तो वो फिर क्वेश्चन पूछ लें।